Hello and welcome to another album run here on PopCulture Reacts as we are going through VOB's Retas album, starting with What's the Holy, open brackets, Nobel, close brackets, today.
I think I got my brackets the wrong way around. Apologies on that. And on the pronunciation of the album title, we're going with Retas or Retas. I'm not sure. And I did look it up, and I presume it's from the Indonesian. And if it is, English translation is hack. It did keep trying to force me down the path of Lithuanian translation, which means rare. So but yeah, I presume hack is the way to go. And if you haven't
Yeah.
noticed, our poor Lacey's a little bit poorly sick at the moment. So
Yes.
if he sounds gruff, it's not because he's trying to get ready for an OnlyFans site or something like that. It is the flu. The flu.
It's
Fair
that
to
time
say,
of the
isn't it?
year.
It's fair to say that we are very excited to get into this album, isn't it? We
Yes.
have already done one of the tracks from the album, PMS, and we will slot it into the kind of list, but it will seem a bit odd because you'll go from us talking about a band we've heard a few songs for in the album to a video for the second one, which is us going, "Oh, I've never heard of these before," but
It was our first song that
um,
we did for them.
it really was, and we enjoyed that. And then because we
Found the
love
covers.
covers, yeah, and we've been going through the covers slowly but surely. But it was around the time I think when we reacted to him for the first time. I think it was around the time this album came out because it only came out like July this year, didn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been hotly anticipated, and please don't let us down because I might cry if this isn't as brilliant as I think it's going to be.
Oh, I have very high hopes.
Oh yeah, and I'm just worried that my hopes might be too high. Pride before a fall and all that jazz. Right, shall we see what track one's got to offer for us?
Let's get it on.
Right, let's get the video and let's go. So track
So,
one.
oh, so System of a Down vibes on that. That's like a funkier version of System of a Down, and especially like where the lyrics are going as well about the Nobel Prize being meant to be for peace and just starting wars and nuclear fucking fallout and shit. It's yeah, I fucking love this. As I said it scratches that System of a Down itch that I haven't had scratched since like the mid 2000s when
Yeah.
their last album came out. Yeah, it's got System of a Down, it's got Rage Against the Machine vibes with the sort of messaging behind it. You can see why the stuff that they've done as covers now is
Yes. Yeah.
what they do.
Definitely.
I fucking love this, and as I said that funky back on it as well. It's just
It's weird because we've got so used to doing the covers now that I forgot. And before we even started doing this, I didn't even think about what the music would be like. And look, obviously we did PMS, but
yeah,
I didn't. I just clicked play and I loved it. Same as you. Like, I'm not going to bury the lead here. I absolutely loved it. But yeah, it really threw me at first because I was a bit like, oh god, I forgot they were like this because I'm so used to hearing them do other people's stuff. And yeah, that kind of funky delivery straight away really captures me. Love that sort of guitar work, and like my brain and my proclivities tend to lean into like the hip hop sort of side of it, and obviously that integrates a lot of funk. And I thought that way even when the lyrics start, and obviously we go straight into kind of the messaging, but it had some real kind of nods to that world for me, and I for one really enjoyed that. And of course, we've even got used to this in the covers, haven't we? It's as they go through a song is the uber kind of focus on the bass that you don't always get with other bands, and what they do with it musically, it's interesting all the way through, isn't it? And it keeps layering on that interest. It doesn't stay static. um yeah, absolutely fantastic sorry, fantastic musically. And the other thing that threw me is I'm used to now listening to the vocal performance be performing songs that traditionally have been sung by male vocalists. So there's always that kind
yeah,
of lean when we've been listening to kind of going, okay, how does this work? And most of them are live performances, aren't they? And performed live. Oh, it's amazing how it sounds when the lyrics are clean. Also the vocals are clean, not the lyrics are clean. Um, I think I'd forgotten how good and how distinctive her voice is because I've been so
mm,
busy comparing it to original performances.
yeah. So yeah, so this is a straight out of the gates. I am up for the rest of this album, and it's that thing of like that they've sold me on track one. So
Well, you said like about the lyrics, and we often talk about this. We do like a song with a message. We especially like a song with a message that we agree with, which
yes,
is handy. Yeah, please don't put in recommendations of songs that have ropey messages. But yeah, I mean, in theory, and I say in theory because I don't think this works in practice, but in theory, who can't get behind the message of "Stop War" and "We Hate War"? Well, there's some, but it is a strong line to take, and I think, as you say, that equating it to the Nobel Peace Prize, including like the straight up Mrs. Noble, Mr. Noble parts. I think if you're going to come out with a message, sometimes it's hard for that not to come across as disingenuous or twee.
yeah,
But I think the vocals are so strong, the lyrics are so strong, and the music's so strong that I could easily see this being a kind of carrying anthem for a lot of people, like, and it's being utilised in messaging around, stopping war, but not kind of getting into that greed, warmongering side of life. And also, let's be honest, all the way through it, it touches on not just like the stopping war, but that responsibility to us as human beings of going, cut out your shit, for want of a better term. All those
yeah,
things you get caught up in that can lead to this, move away from it, because ultimately it's not good for you, it's not good for us, and of course that lean constantly back into the children And like I think I've made it clear my feelings on humans, let alone children. But still, as much as I live in a world of scorched earth policy. I do honestly think that we have a responsibility. All the generations have a responsibility to try and continue to keep this world going and hand it over to the next generations in a as good a condition as you can. So yeah, 100% behind the messaging, 100% behind the performance on this. Yeah, I'm with you. If the album keeps up this quality, I'll be very happy boy at the end of it.
Yes. So next will be age orientated. Obviously, the PMS video is in the archives. You can find that. Um, so we'll be back tomorrow with age orientated. And until then, goodbye.